Welcome back. This is Bedouin Banter. I'm just doing a little bit of the jazz hands from Aliens, guys. And I started it off with an alien. There you go. Just one word. This is Khalid Dosari looking at Ahmed Matrouk very awkwardly at the start of this new episode.
Strike one for you.
Of Banter Buddies, straight off the bat with a returning guest as well. And a new addition to the show for this special episode about filmmaking. As always, I'm joined by Ahmed Matrouk.
Hello.
What's up, buddy? And of course, our returning guest, Mohammed Fakhro from Blue Steel Films.
Thank you for having me back.
Yeah, and our newest addition for the day on everything film-related, film critiquing, because you are a movie critic, somebody who has dabbled in filmmaking as well.
Unfortunately.
Yes, Ahmed Zayani with us in the house.
Thank you for hosting me here, guys.
Thank you for coming.
Don't forget, this has been a long time coming, honestly. Like, I told Zayani I wanted to get him on the podcast for a while.
Yeah, he has.
It's been a long while,
It's been a long while. I'm really glad to have you and Fakhro here.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the crossover that we've been sort of dreaming about.
That's the one that's been built up for a long time. Huh?
Yeah.
This is why I wanted to get the aliens straight off the bat so we don't mention it anymore.
That's strike two for you. Anyways, Zayani is also an advocate for SAR Cinema. Don't forget that.
Did I forget to mention that? Sorry, yes, you are an advocate for SAR Cinema, which is now currently extinct, or?
No, it still stands. They extended their contract through 2020, and hopefully there might be a renewal later on.
But are they still running, or is that?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so operations are still going.
They're operating, and they're doing quite well, actually.
Okay.
Last week, they were sold out for most of the weekend for all screenings for the Joker.
Awesome.
Or Joker, actually.
Okay, awesome, perfect. Because I wanted to get back to that point, so let's remember that for later, because I have a question about that and local filmmakers with that movie.
And of course, we're missing OJ. OJ,
Yes.
of course, left Banter Buddies.
This is what we need to give a little tip of the hat towards.
He's in the States doing his master's in filmmaking, so we wish him all the best in that endeavor.
We'll miss you, buddy.
I guess I just wanted to start with like Khalid said, we want to do thoughts on Joker. Fakhro and Zayani, please.
I haven't seen Joker.
Yeah, I haven't seen it
Wait,
yet.
you haven't yet?
I have not.
How dare you?
Oh man,
When I read the censorship things, there's a scene where he's looking at naked photos, and they cut out that scene.
Honestly, I've seen it twice so far, and I did not notice that.
The thing is, I don't know if they will cut it out. I can't risk it.
You can't watch any movie that's been censored?
Even if it was 5 seconds censored,
Even if
that's
it's
not
fine.
what the filmmaker intended you to see, you know? So,
I'm sure you'll have a lot to say about Wolf of Wall Street then.
I didn't see that.
See, I completely respect that, though. I have a few friends who do that as well. I understand that. I would take the risk.
Yeah.
Which is why I ended up watching Hereditary with 16 minutes cut from the movie.
Oh my God.
Including the ending, by the way.
Oh,
They cut the ending.
They cut the ending.
The ending.
Yeah.
Wait, the ending of the...
Of Hereditary, yeah.
God damn it.
Are they serious?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Why
What's
would you
what's
do
the
that?
point?
What's the idea behind that?
And you know what? The same thing happened with The Witch. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
They cut the ending from The Witch as well?
The whole scene, they're all like naked women around the fire.
Spoiler alert, yeah.
I mean, all right. Look,
You guys have seen it, right?
No, I'm not. I'm not seeing it.
I mean, okay.
So thank you. Now I know there's naked witches. Hopefully they're witches.
look, we'll tag you back on that spoiler thing because
We can cut that out, right?
I mean, we can. Would we? I mean,
we have the
how long
money.
has it been since The Witch was released?
I want to see 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years.
Since 2015.
Oh, has it been 15?
I think so. It's
Okay.
15 years.
All right.
Zayani, years.
Yeah.
No, I mean the code is 2 weeks, and then you're fucked. Basically,
Is it?
Yeah, the floodgates open. That's the code.
All right.
Unless it's a TV show, then that's a different case. But with a movie, it's 2 weeks, no spoilers.
Why is that?
Oh,
though? Why are TV
now,
shows
though.
different? Why are TV shows different, though?
Because I guess TV shows, it's a bunch of episodes, and people don't have the time to watch all of them. Like you have people binge watching series, like especially if they come out on Netflix all at once. For example, Casa de Papel, everyone's like, "Oh, don't spoil it! Oh, don't spoil it, please."
I want to know what is behind this hatred you have.
I don't like
the
it.
show.
I fucking hate that shit.
You hate it
I
as well.
started liking it, and
Okay.
then it would just turn into a shit show.
It phased out, right?
Yeah, like so many unrealistic scenes in that film.
Is it like Prison Break, where it's like after a while you
Prison
just?
Break is way worse. I mean, I hate Prison Break too.
Yeah.
So I mean, except season 1 was good.
Come on,
But that's the thing. It's because at the first season
Exactly.
you're like
They're out of prison.
You can't outuse that gimmick, and then
Exactly.
after that, it's like, well, we're done with the prison and we're going back to another one.
Should be called Prison Broke.
Oh no, this one's in South America. It's different. You have to deal with them Colombian prisons.
It's okay. So I want to talk about Joker. I'm sorry, Fakhro, but
Yes, yeah.
we've had time.
Are we really doing this? We're talking about Joker?
Well, you're not going to spoil the movie.
I'm not gonna spoil the movie. Okay.
You know what? I have a better angle for this. Well, it'll take us naturally back to the Joker. So I just wanted to talk about the fact that if you guys been aware of what Martin Scorsese said about
Yes.
Marvel movies recently,
Yes, absolutely.
right? And then Francis Ford Coppola the other day also backed up the statement and also gave it another 1-2 sucker punch and really hit hard against Marvel. So that this comes into play with the Joker movie because it's technically not a superhero or supervillain movie in a way. It's more of a dramatic film.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like this claim that Marvel or superhero movies are these theme parks? Like that was the claim from Scorsese, and that they're not cinema. That's his angry words.
You want to start or should
Yeah,
I
you go ahead.
See, I understand where he's coming from in terms that even though we don't have that many superhero movies coming out each year, I think it's less than 10.
Yeah.
In a sea of 300 to 400 major releases every year. But the box office returns for those movies are just so incredibly huge that even when you're going to play, like if you have a movie playing against it, it's going to outshadow that. Like when Endgame came out, a lot of theaters in the States canceled other screenings, other movies in favor of adding more showings for Endgame. So for a director who has a smaller film, a limited release film, to see that happening to his movie, I would understand that.
Yeah.
I do think that it's kind of unfair to the Marvel movies that he's generalizing them because some of them do actually have very strong writing, very strong acting.
Yeah.
They're emotional movies. But at the same time, I understand where he's coming from. That it does not give the opportunity to the smaller movies. And I know he feels that way because of what happened with The Irishman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he couldn't get the funding, so he ended up doing it through Netflix.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to actually vilify an entire genre of films.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
In a way,
that's
Scorsese was being coy about it, and then Coppola just came at everybody. It was like saying it was despicable or some other thing.
Fakhro, what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
I mean,
Are they films or not? Are they cinema?
yeah, they're good. There are some good films in
Putting him on the hot seat.
in the MCU, but
Yeah.
like Zayani said, he generalized the whole franchise, you know. But I agree with Scorsese, you know, because I don't know. It's just superhero films for me. It changed. I love the Tim Burton superhero films for
Right.
Batman. I love the Sam Raimi Spider-Mans, you know.
There was a uniqueness to every superhero film back then. There was not
Yeah.
this kind of
it's just
one tone.
It wasn't sunshine all the time, man. It wasn't I call it the MCU tint. It's the same look for the movies, honestly.
Yeah.
And even Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, you know, like nothing can ever no
Distinct,
Marvel film can ever come like it won't even be a ball hair close to the Dark Knight
But you
trilogy.
know, Khalid, a little bird told me you're not a fan of the Dark Knight.
That's the thing, right? I never was the biggest fan, honestly, for those movies compared to the older movies that you mentioned with the Burton and the other ones.
Except Batman and Robin.
Yeah, and
But those weren't Burton. that was
my favorite.
Joel Schumacher.
I must have you.
Actually, Kevin
Snow coming. Right, so what I had an issue with those Nolan movies was for some reason the look and feel of it wasn't the one I was looking for. I wanted something more leaning towards the comic side.
Yeah.
So a lot of what you're seeing right now with Joaquin Phoenix is exactly what I was hoping for. I wanted something grittier that was the older era, that 70s gritty look, or maybe even an 80s feel to it.
Yeah.
And when, like, it's funny, it's odd that now you look back, the Nolan movies are the ones that are always been the surreal, ultra real looking, like, modern movie of a Batman film.
Yeah.
And now, in comparison to the Joaquin Phoenix one, I feel that one has become the cartoon. That one has become the comic book to me. Yeah. And I don't know why that shifted for me. But
so it is comic-y a little bit. Joker movie.
The current one?
Yeah, the one that just came out.
It feels gritty and real, as if they just took the name Joker for the intellectual property
what they
rights.
did?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll jump in there a minute.
Yeah.
It does feel like that. Like I was telling my friend that you could eliminate the Joker aspect of it, remove Gotham and all those references to the comic books, and you would not lose a single thing.
Yeah.
Actually, in my opinion, it will actually make the movie stronger that it has its own identity rather than latching on to something else.
I agree, yeah.
But that's how they started off. Todd Phillips and the producers, they were never going to make a Joker film. They were just going to make a crime drama thriller.
Yeah.
And his inspiration was going to be the Scorsese films.
Yeah, Taxi Driver, right?
Exactly.
And,
That's
comedy.
the feel you get in this, 100%.
Yeah, but they said, how can we sell this crime drama?
Right.
So let's make it a Joker crime drama and like add in Gotham and the Joker, and you have a bit of like Thomas Wayne and I don't know what.
Freaked out about that decision? Apparently Jared Leto was pissed off by that.
I was reading about that today.
Yeah, I was just reading about that as well. And he apparently the rumor's been spreading that apparently everybody's been talking about it in Hollywood, saying that Jared Leto was trying to get this movie canceled. Like more than once, he switched agencies to like find a different agency that would push to cancel because he wanted his own spin-off to his Joker from Suicide Squad. And this movie coming out was basically going to be his biggest cock block.
I was not a fan of Jared Leto as the Joker. I felt like Suicide Squad, the whole movie was too Fortnite-y.
Yeah.
Kind of. You know what I mean?
I think I can't blame Leto for it, though. You know what I mean? Because if you look at the set design, you look at the costume, the makeup, the people were like criticizing him over the tattoos and the damage. He was a weird look and
They got
everything.
the wrong director also.
Yeah.
David Ayer, he's not a...
Oh, was it Ayer who did that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like...
He was basically meme Joker. That's what I call him.
That's exactly it. But they made him into that. How much is that his responsibility? So you can imagine if he was the serious actor, he's done a lot of great roles. He's won awards for it.
Yeah.
So for him, it's like, no, just let me do the Joker, please. I swear I can fix it. Please, I didn't do anything to that set. I would.
That's my biggest criticism of the Joker is that look, Joaquin was awesome. His acting was method as fuck, but his performance is so good. It sort of really blinds the viewer to a lot of negatives in the movie.
What do you mean?
Look, okay, spoiler alert. I'm sorry, Fakhro. I'm sorry. I'm just saying a spoiler alert for the viewer, okay? I'm just saying I'll calculate my words.
Can you mute his earphones?
Yeah, I can try, but
I'll calculate my words. The thing is, the story for me was basic. It was a template story. Soundtrack was nice. It was haunting. It was dark. It was bleak. But the story of the Joker, of Todd Phillips' Joker, was basic as fuck for me. I mean, the twists, whatever twist, I kind of
see. You say a statement like that, and I can't rebuff you. I can't challenge that idea.
I know that's the thing.
Because we'd have to discuss the movie for me to challenge you.
Me and Fakhro planned
this is a sneaky way.
You can't argue.
This is a sneaky way of dropping his own idea bomb and then just running away, being like, "Hey, we don't want to ruin it for Fakhro."
No, Fakhro and I planned this, bro.
All right, okay.
Well,
point made. We'll dissect the movie some other time. We should do like
I'll jump in with one remark. Is that in terms of the story, I'm a guy who prefers more ambiguity in terms of certain characters. Like for example, when Christopher Nolan did his take on the Joker. They never exactly told you what his background was. And every time he talks about his background, it's always a different story.
Yeah.
Because
how he got his scars.
Exactly. I think Nolan said like even the Joker does not know how he got to that point. So he's confused himself.
But it's subtle, you know?
Exactly. And it's just so awesome that
it's amazing, yeah.
But do you guys feel like Heath Ledger didn't get the opportunity Joaquin did? Because you can imagine the limitations. Your character is not the central focus of the movie. And your background is this mystery. And they're keeping it so subtle, so hidden.
But keep in mind, that's a PG-13. This is an R-rated.
That's very true. That's very true.
Like
but
Joker's R-rated?
Joker is R-rated. And Heath Ledger's PG-13.
Now, there are people that are saying Joaquin Phoenix blew it out of the park as far as a drama-driven Joker. And the Heath Ledger Joker doesn't compare. But now, do you feel like that's fair if you gave Heath Ledger the same playground where you have the backstory, you have the character development? Do you know what I mean? Like with Joaquin, you get so much. Like this movie is about the Joker. It's not Batman and then Joker is the side villain to that, and you find a little bit. No, you're seeing this progress into like mental health and it deteriorating and all this other stuff. So,
go ahead.
All right. I think it's unfair to compare both of them because, yes, they're essentially the same character, but they're night and day different than each other. But as far as I'm concerned, I would give the edge to Heath.
Right.
Joaquin is freaking phenomenal in this movie. He transcends the film itself. But I don't know. He was just in a whole different element.
What do you think did it? What made it about Heath? Because unless like Heath didn't have to do with Leto, apparently did. He pranked like people on the set. It was basically an asshole. He was like, "I was being method." No, you were being a dick. There's no need to do any of that.
See, I think it's the ambiguity of the character that really sold it for me.
Right.
Like you kind of feel sympathy towards Joaquin Phoenix's character. While with the Joker, he's terrifying.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. There's that fear that you feel with Heath that you don't feel with Joaquin, because he wants you to humanize with the character. Though. But the
thing is that's what I hated. And there are people who were actually sympathizing with Joaquin's Joker, and it's what I call the Tony Soprano complex. Tony Soprano's a dick, but people can't help but like him. Yeah. It's the Walter White, the Tony Soprano complex.
But here's the thing. If you're doing any Gotham character, now I'm not going to do spoilers, but I'm going to the comic books here.
Yeah.
If you do any of the Gotham characters, all of them are suffering from the same thing, which is mental health. Like the issue. Even Batman himself. Bruce Wayne doesn't fucking want to go out and dressed out like a bat because he's fucking normal. He's messed up in the head. All right? He has money, he has everything, but he can't connect. Bruce Wayne is the character. That's what he plays as his freaking sociopathic self. And then Batman is him trying to do right to the world. But if you look at this movie, you look and compare the character that you see there with the comic books, you feel that same kind of sympathy that, these people are left out in the middle of nowhere. They're abandoned. They have this tragedy attached to their origin story of some kind. And that makes you feel like, well, if something had happened to take care of them, and that was the theme for the 1970s, like all these different asylums kind of like let out a ton of crazy people.
Yeah.
And that's what you see in this Joaquin Phoenix movie. You see that progression from somebody that's basically could have been saved. Like there was this shower thought where somebody said on Reddit, like if Joaquin just found a fucking puppy, if they just gave him a puppy, none of his problems would have probably happened because he'd have connections to something.
And that's why you also can't compare the Heath Ledger Joker with the Joaquin Phoenix, because Heath Ledger, he was already psycho. Yeah. And in Joker, you see the build-up, you see the progression and everything. But so it's
the build-up in the movie is awesome. That's what I liked. Okay, it was a slow build-up.
I am looking very forward.
Yes,
trust me.
Let's move along.
I'm building it up for you. I'm building up the build-up, bro.
Yeah. And the composer actually of that film for Joker, her last thing she did was Chernobyl. Which was amazing. That's the score for Chernobyl.
By the way, can't give just props to you for being still able to be a part of the conversation, even though you don't want to talk about a movie you haven't seen. You're doing an amazing job.
Everyone's like treading really lightly, man.
It's like when Truk said, you can't avoid that those spoilers.
Of course,
it's just.
Everywhere. I don't think we haven't spoiled anything for you.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about like social media.
We hyped it up. We hyped it up for you. So you better, after recording this, you better go to Star Cinema.
Exactly.
Go to Star Cinema, get a ticket, and watch that shit.
I wanted to watch it, but still, that's that censorship thing,
oh, come on, it's 5 minutes.
Okay, this one thing. If you guys all seen Joker, was there a scene in the film where he's sitting down looking at naked pictures?
I did not see that.
No, I did not see that.
Okay, so that is in the movie.
I did not feel like the movie was edited. Do you know?
But that means
like,
they did a good job cutting it.
I mean, if it was, maybe it's like a second cut or something at most.
Or maybe they just cut out the whole scene and they cut it in a way where you won't catch it.
That's good editing.
Fakhro.
You'll never know, at least until with DVD.
Fakhro.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure there's a scene or a video on Pornhub of a clown looking at naked women.
Just use your imagination.
Just imagine that.
You can find whatever you need.
Don't they do that in Terrifier, by the way?
Oh, fuck, man. The thing is, I saw half of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, this is pretty fucking fun, And then I was like, okay, I gotta watch this with somebody because I don't want to experience the rest of the film on my own. Because it was really, really cool. And it was so unpredictable as well, like how he kills off his characters. Like you think like he's gonna let her live because she's maybe the main character, but no. He fucks her up. But yeah, anyways, that's another film called Terrify about a clown.
You know something? But the thing is, Khalijis do a really good job of ruining something, of overhyping something. Like I saw there's a Halloween party at Bushido's, I think.
Okay.
And it's going to be Joker themed. Okay. And there's this guy in Kuwait, no joke, this guy in Kuwait dressed as the Joker, makeup and everything, right? And he's just walking around the streets. And apparently, like, Kuwaiti intelligence, like, called him in for questioning.
No, he got arrested.
He did. He got arrested.
Yeah, he went on the middle of the streets, like, put his head up, wearing all the Joker stuff.
Was he wearing, like, the modern Joker or the 1970s bell bottoms?
I think it was trying to be the recent Joker.
Yeah,
modern Joker.
From
Joker,
Oh, no
Joaquin
way.
Joker, yeah.
Joaquin
So he
Joker.
went to that, like, miskin, like, cosplayer, probably tired himself out.
Bro, like, the thing is,
Talented
like,
himself.
it's stupid, okay,
Yeah.
but it's serious at the same time.
Yeah.
Definitely, you never know what this guy's up to. I mean, I'm sure he wasn't up to
Can you
anything.
imagine, like, Dodia pulling up to him? Like, just the look as they're shaking their heads.
عبالك محل job.
Yeah.
بس
تعال بوزو تعال.
the what was I gonna say? Oh Jesus!
Yeah, I was gonna segue to filmmaking and indie movies in Bahrain.
Or you go for it because I forgot what I was gonna
You
say.
brought up Star Cinema, so I thought this is a great opportunity to circle back to the
Please,
start.
because I have a question.
Because Zayani, you brought this up earlier. You are an advocate of Star Cinema, and I wanted to ask. I was like, when they first announced that it was going to close, and they're like, "Oh no, it's shut down." Everybody's like, "No, save Star Cinema, please, God!" And I was like, "You bastards didn't even go there, did you?"
And, you know, we got into an argument, Zayani and I, because he for some reason he thought I was living in Saur or around that area.
Okay.
And he was like, "Bro, sign this petition or something. Like, oh, post this on Instagram." I'm like, "No, bro, I have my own little neighborhood cinema in Muharraq." And he just got pissed off. He's like, "Really?
You're comparing Novo to SAR, man.
I'm not Novo, Jazeera. And
That's
Jazeera.
even worse.
Bro, but it's a little theater, okay? It's a little theater. It's a little indie theater, just like Saur, okay?
Yeah.
You go there on the weekdays at 2 p.m. No one's there. It's empty. You just go and watch a movie.
Hide away from
That's it.
everybody.
So, Zayani, why? Why Saur Cinema? ليش Saur Cinema بالضبط?
Yeah. That wasn't going to be my
Specifically.
question, but we're going with that now.
I mean, I wrote it down. I thought about it before you did.
I'm glad you did. Go ahead, Zayani.
Well, for one thing, it's isolated. It's the only cinema we have now that's not attached to a mall.
Yeah.
Meaning you're gonna avoid the random walk-ins. People who are not there to watch a movie, they just want to kill 2 hours of their day.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have
You can say their names. You could call them.
assholes, basically. Yeah, you're not gonna get the douches who sit there for 2 hours with fucking Snapchat on and just film the entire
Right,
thing.
yeah.
I'm liking the rage. I'm liking the
This is
rage.
good.
And here's the people I don't get. The ones that whenever there's something taking place on the big screen, they have to take a picture of it, but they always use the flash.
Yes. Yeah.
yeah,
Why?
yeah.
Why are you doing that, bro?
It's even
Inconsiderate motherfuckers.
That's even a worse picture when it's with the flash.
Right?
Oh,
That's what I'm thinking as well. Like, what, did you just leave it on auto and you're just being a dick now? Or what? What is going on? Why is the flash kicking
And
in?
there's a species of people,
Yeah.
okay, that exist that go to the cinema and they snap like 3/4 of the movie,
Yeah.
the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's
like, I don't
is
even-
that technically illegal or is it because it's social media it's different?
And, like, where's the dude who's gonna like check out?
No,
that
but let's
stuff?
assume there was a dude.
Yeah.
Is that is social media considered
Illegal in the cinema?
Yeah. Because it's less than a couple of seconds. That's like clips, right? Like movie clips. Can you violate the terms of agreements on YouTube if you put up clips?
Well, either way, those things are not even exercised here in Bahrain. Like the copyright
fair enough.
infringement. It's like,
Really?
Not really, no.
No.
Intellectual property rights are never enforced in Bahrain?
That's why you have all these ghetto ass DVD stores.
Shit, hold my cow.
That sell their DVDs for like 500 fils a movie, you know. And,
fair enough.
And that I used to love walking into the rental store with like 5 dinars in my pocket.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to choose these 5 movies.
You love
really
the
carefully,
little
you know?
book as well, the little booklet they
I
have.
love opening
it,
popping
and-
that disc out, putting in
Right?
the DVD. Those days are just dead, and they're never coming back unless there's like a whole blackout. And
Do you want to black out, Fakhro?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I can see it in your eyes.
Zayani, you mentioned that it's not attached to a mall, and that's the exact same idea that I was that I had.
Yeah.
It is not attached to a mall, and it's a very pure viewing experience. Definitely, you make the time to go to the cinema.
Yeah.
مطرح مجمع, you're just like, oh.
And it's not just that. The staff there actually do care about your entertainment. Like, if there's someone talking in the movie, if someone's being a disruption, they will talk to them. If it gets to it, they'll actually kick them out.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Well, it depends. But I had an experience that was terrible in that sense, but nobody did anything.
In SAR?
In South Cinema,
Really?
yeah. Specifically, yeah. I actually got into a vocal fight with somebody.
Wow.
Yeah, over the fact that they were just talking through the whole movie, and I was like seriously, just respect other people. And he kept like basically trying to intimidate me from the side, like what are you saying? What are you?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, what are you gonna do? You sound like you're you're gonna do something. Oh, please do something. Please. I just kept looking at him like, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna do anything. Come on, fuck off. You're not gonna do anything.
Okay, but the thing about SAR is that, okay, you said their contract was extended up to 2020, right? And with all the huge ass cinemas in malls nowadays and whatever, I hate to say this, but sort of indie quote unquote cinemas are their days are numbered.
But this is what I was going to ask at the start of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Why are we calling it indie cinemas if they're not really going to be filming or showing any indie movies? I've always wondered, why don't they turn that into a smaller venue that does like certain films that nobody else is airing anyway?
Yeah. I think that'd be
Did you read? I didn't send you the list of questions I sent Zayani because that's exactly what I was going to ask
Were you?
him.
See?
Yeah, I was.
I don't need a list, bro.
I was actually going to ask him,
my brain, bro, is a list, bro. I don't need paper.
Is there a chance for it to become one of those indie cinemas?
Is it? Yeah.
I don't think so. It's something that I talked to the people at Cineco about a couple of times. But then again, my approach might be wrong because I was trying to push them to do a midnight screening for The Room.
Right, yeah.
And the moment they realized what the movie was about, they kind of relented. But it does have the potential to be an indie cinema, or at least have one theater reserved for the indie experience.
Yeah.
Like not just indie movies, like showcase local films, local short film projects and stuff like that.
Zayani, you could have started with the Casablanca at least, like not The Room, to have like lead them up to it, where you take them out to dinner.
I love The Room. Yeah.
And The Room is awesome, man.
Oh yeah,
I don't care what people say. I mean, it's
pure entertainment.
It's a crap movie, but it's one of the most entertaining experiences I had in a cinema.
Fuck yeah.
To the point, like, if I'm anywhere else in the world and there's a midnight screening, I'll go out of my way just to be part of that audience. It's unlike anything else.
Yeah, but do you think the Bahraini audience is going to be hip to that, to whatever? Yeah, I know they throw like plastic spoons.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole experience going to a screening of The Room in the States.
Yeah.
But do you think the Bahraini audience is going to actually take the time to
It could be a hit
make it an event?
I think there is potential there.
I think you could fill a cinema in Saar. I think you can.
It's not like 150, 200 seater.
Asa Swain, you know Asa Swain?
Yeah.
So Asa Swain went to go see Dead Sands in the cinema. And
I was wondering who is gonna finally make the brave segue from The Room to Dead Sands. I was like, is anybody else going for that connection?
I was.
It's fitting, isn't it?
I was trying to space it out, but go ahead.
I love it. I love it, Fakhro.
He says he's writing Cult with me, so we've been spending a lot of time with each other.
Yeah.
Please tell me he did not pay for that ticket.
I don't know if he paid or he didn't pay, but
If he did, I'm going to refund the ticket.
Okay.
But he said that it was a full house,
Right.
and he had a fucking blast. You know?
Okay.
It's he had a blast because of the entertainment. You know, not
Right,
just
yes.
the quality of the film, but like he said. Like, for example, when that annoying girl character died on screen, it was like a standing ovation, you know? And
She's finally dead.
yeah. But that kind of experience you want to have when you go to the cinema,
Yeah.
you know? You're not going to get that kind of experience watching a film at home or watching a $100 million budget film in the cinema.
Of course.
Whatever.
I've always said that it's the same thing as watching bad open mic comedy guys. Like, if you go out and you appreciate an open mic night, you appreciate people that are out there experimenting at the drudge level of creativity, right?
It's so much fun.
So that playing around in that mud and that dirt, it can be so fun, and seeing some really crazy people come up on stage or say something and you're like, okay, you're never going to see them again, but that was an experience.
It's not bashing them at this point. It's not. It's
going with the culture of it, right? The room.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm thinking about with the indie movies, or if you have an indie cinema that's airing these movies, even if they're locally made or they're hacked and put together, like Bruce Campbell style, Ash and Evil Dead, that kind of level of movie making, you'd be able to find some people, I'm sure, that would appreciate it to Bahrain.
For sure. I think so too, yeah.
Well, the thing is, I think my thought on this is kind of old school. I'm thinking of like the guys in their late 20s and early 30s, but I seem to forget that there is a huge 18 to sort of 24 demographic in Bahrain that's really like hip with what The Room is and what like crappy movies are and how you can appreciate them and whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe my perception was wrong.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask the questions based off of that perception to both of you guys because you're both filmmakers in a sense, and you've done it. Well, you're in a sense you have made films.
Zayani technically made a feature film.
There you go. So
technically,
I am, but that's what happened,
Right. So, but from a person that's been through the experience and seen other people around you that have been working through that struggle, that challenge, and how it was back then compared to how you're working now on these short films today.
Yeah.
Do you guys see a difference in the amount of people that are participating in filmmaking in Bahrain? And we're talking about all disciplines. So like in the past, you'd find maybe people that want to act and people that want to, do camera work.
Yeah.
But you might not find the makeup people. You might not find people that are great at costumes. Today, you have cosplayers. You have people that are developing these skills because of the freaking internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So have you seen that difference in Bahrain today, or has it been mostly the same as far as resources?
I've seen a difference.
You have?
I don't know about you.
No, I've completely seen a difference.
Yeah.
The easiest comparison to make is that our friend Salman Youssef,
yeah.
he has this annual event that takes place in the Sheikh Issa Culture Hall.
Right.
And during the first couple of years, he had a struggle getting people to showcase their short films. And with each passing year, there's no shortage whatsoever.
Right.
He actually has to turn people away from because he just has that many people wanting to showcase their films.
Yeah. Right.
Is it the Made with Passion?
Yeah.
Made with, yes.
Yeah.
That's the name.
Yeah.
And while they all might not be the best of qualities, cream always rises to the top. So,
right. Yeah.
So the good directors, the good filmmakers, they will always be able to showcase their films and continue to grow.
Right.
Like someone like Fakhro, for example, like Salman. There's a guy called Ahmed Al-Kuwaiti. Prayer Time. If you saw that movie.
Prayer Time. Was it when I ran into you, or was it this year?
No, when you ran into me.
I don't remember. I have really bad memories, Zayani.
It actually screened in the Dubai Film Festival.
Oh,
okay.
Did?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So there is. There is potential. There is a growing market.
The growth is there. But now the question is, do you guys feel like it was because of how accessible the technology became? Like, especially if you're talking about the hardware.
Filmmaking became easier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. That's definitely part of it. The knowledge is now more readily available. We talked about this before last time. I think we did. Yeah. And the fact that you can, not everybody has to go to film school. You can try to make it yourself and go on these forums and sites.
Ever since 2008, 2009, it was a complete switch from to digital, and before that they were still using film stock.
Do you think, Zayani, if you made Dead Sands now?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah.
How different would it have been?
Look at how 60 minutes.
Different.
Listen to how 60 minutes that question was. Like, Zayani.
I didn't mention this in the list.
He looked down, one look down onto his notes and then back up again. Zayani. If you had made Dead Sands today.
Let the man answer the question.
Hey, go ahead. How would it be different? What would you do differently today?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't let my ego write the script. Okay. I would keep it contained to one, maybe two locations.
Right.
And I'll do it as a short film.
Oh, but before we go on, can you please explain to people that don't even know what Dead Sands is? Because we never went over that, I feel. And we're assuming everybody would know, but...
Zayani directed... You directed...
No, I wrote the movie.
He wrote the movie. He's the writer of the movie.
The lady, I forgot her name. I'm sorry. She was the director, right?
Amir Al-Ghaid,
Yes, there you go.
What's her name?
Amir Al-Ghaid.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Amir Al-Qaid. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And so you wrote the movie, and you said you'd keep it to one location, one or two locations, and you would have made it into a short film.
Yeah.
Why, at that time, did you was it ego? Was it just trying to prove something, or was it just you just sort of
because you decided to take on a zombie film? That was one thing.
It didn't start off as a zombie film. They asked me to write a comedy. And I'm like the least funny guy you'll ever meet. So I don't know. On a whim, I just told him, "How about we do a horror comedy?"
Okay.
And while I was writing it, I just eliminated the comedy aspect of it, which is ironic because
it still found a way in.
Whenever people
because that's what it is. It's a horror comedy.
Yes.
See, I didn't write it as a horror comedy though. The people perceived it as a horror comedy. I just went with it.
Could you imagine what the movie would have been like if you had tried to make it a comedy? You could have had Shaun of the Dead on your hands. You could have had that, right?
Maybe. Could be.
Well, what was it then? What was it in the direction that you had to actively cut that you were like, oh, this is too funny, this is too this? What was that process like?
I think when I was writing it, I was a bit too ambitious with certain scenes. Because, spoiler alert, in the original script, Wolf dies.
Okay.
But he dies blowing himself up inside a mall.
Okay, it seems more like him, I'd say.
More or less, yeah. And we couldn't do that because we didn't have the technology or the talent to do that.
Right.
I had a scene that was basically a rip-off of Land of the Dead, where the guys get to Hawar and you see the zombies walking out of the sea.
Oh, no way.
But that's super cool. Like you're saying that now. I mean, the vision I'm getting in my head is super cool.
You can see it, right?
Right.
Yeah, but when you're talking about a feature film that had a budget of 3,000 dinars...
Was it 3,000?
I thought it was 5.
No, it was 3.
No.
3?
Yeah.
3,000.
That's what we got from Ahmed Zayani and Sons.
Wow.
Okay. Which explains the cars.
Okay.
But I mean, same. Let's assume the same budget today.
Yeah.
Would it have been more or less?
Yeah, was that purely the filming budget? Or was that like marketing as well as other stuff?
The filming budget. The marketing was all handled by Cineco.
Okay, all right.
Like the marketing, the theaters and all that, they volunteered that themselves.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
But I mean, the thing is, Zayani, like you did something. I mean, Yani, that is kind of inspiring to guys. Yani, and a lot of people, at least millennials like myself and people in my age group, they think they want perfection from the start. They want perfection.
Yeah.
Okay. Seeing Zayani like sort of do Dead Sands and Dead Sands is I've watched snippets of it. It's entertaining. Mm-hmm. It is entertaining.
You didn't watch the whole thing?
I didn't watch the whole thing.
Oh, screw you!
No, I didn't watch the whole thing. Okay.
That's what I was saying to him earlier. I was like, how are we gonna like talk about the movie when we both haven't seen it?
He caught me off guard.
I was like, I thought you saw it, man. He's like, snippets. I was like, no, I watched snippets.
No, but the thing is, I think Dead Sands, to a young Bahraini filmmaker, I think they should watch Dead Sands. I think they should be like, yo.
Why not?
Why not?
It's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would have been the perfect.
I know the fact that Zayan is like being brutally honest about it and whatever, just goes to show. Look, you're going to fall on your face. It's not. There's no instant rock star button when making movies.
That's right, but
you know what I mean?
But that's the thing. Part of the process and creativity or filmmaking, whatever even the field is that's creative, is that you want to see you're like, oh yeah, I remember that one. That was my special child. You know what I mean? The one that I took care of, but still had a little bit of deformity to it.
There's another movie that you did, Zayani.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Was there?
Which one?
Silver Raven.
Oh, crap.
No. Wait, can I just say,
we don't talk about that.
Can I just say, please, guys, ever since like the start of this new episode, the Matrouk has been on it today. I swear. As a freaking assistant, a producer, and now you've done your research to an impeccable level. What is this? What is the Raven?
He's finding a bug today, isn't he?
Yeah.
I am. I'm pretty sick, I don't know if you can tell from my voice, but the thing is, I know Zayon is like looking at me, and I'm saying this.
What is this? Is that a short film? What is this?
Where the hell did he even see Silver Raven?
YouTube. Because he,
So what is Silver Raven about?
Yeah, explain.
In my defense, I just acted in Silver Raven.
Okay.
You just acted.
So you weren't involved with writing, producing, directing?
Oh, you weren't involved?
No.
Oh, okay.
So how did
just an actor in that.
Okay.
How did it feel to you be on the receiving end of somebody else's garbage? Like, what was that? I'm assuming on that.
See, my favorite part of that is that I did not see the film before it was released in theaters.
Okay.
And I just saw it at the premiere. And I was sitting next to a group of kids. I think they're on a field trip or something. And I was watching this film unfold. And I think, oh my God, my name is going to be synonymous with this for the rest of my life.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
And I guess the kid next to me saw that I was disturbed or something and just patted me on the shoulder. There. At least you weren't that bad.
Nice.
I'm loving the self.
Do you feel like
dissection that he's doing? I'm loving it.
The deprecation is also.
It's like watching a comedy.
Do you feel like you did better than your actors did on Dead Sands? Do you feel like you did better?
Bro, you know some of the actors.
I know, that's what I was going to say.
I think
I was going to specifically say.
You know some of the actors.
I want to say specifically.
You auditioned for it, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Well, you guys had auditions as well, huh?
Yeah, nice. For Dead Sands, yeah. How many?
I wanted to, though.
So you chose those people. Those were not like, you weren't desperate. Like, you chose them. You actively made that decision. You premeditatively made some of the selections.
You're just twisting the knife, aren't you?
I'm trying to see how far we can go with this.
Go as far as you want. Because
I'm poking fun at Noor Nuruddin. Though when I saw her, I was like, Noor, Oh!
You know what? She was supposed to have a bigger role in that.
Right.
But she had to travel, so we ended up giving her more of a cameo than anything else.
Okay.
Because that role that she was supposed to fill was very hard to get the right person in the role.
Yeah.
And even the person we had eventually was a last-minute replacement.
Okay. So was that like the biggest challenge you guys had on this movie? Because I can't imagine finding actors in Bahrain back then especially was an easy thing, and not for a movie like this. So what were you looking for specifically with people?
People had charisma, people who we could direct, people who are able to emote.
Okay.
Because we didn't want these people to ramble on words that were written for them. We want to you actually feel that. And that's why for some people we had to play around with the script. Like the whole script was written in English, as was Cult.
Yeah.
But for certain people we had to translate it to Arabic and have them play it off in that language.
Okay.
Yeah. In some cases it was Urdu.
Okay, when they find that dude and they just treat him like shit.
Exactly. That was our producer, by the way, and the guy that did the visual effects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait,
explains why we changed
some context here.
Oh, why they trashed them.
Okay, look, so Dead Sands, Silver Raven, is filmmaking off the books, or are you planning anything? Is there a crossover with the Fakhro and Zayani happening?
I've been telling Zayani for a while. I want to remake Dead Sands with him.
You want to remake
shot for shot?
Yeah, not shot for shot. We can even do it shot for shot, but
that script has to be rewritten thoroughly.
But we take the existing script and just tweak it up.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Exactly. Zayani will remain the writer. Blue Steel Films will produce it. I'll direct it, and once, before that whole thing starts, me and Zayani will basically have hours and hours of discussion of how we're going to go about it until we agree, both of us, on the approach.
So both of you, this question is for both of you. Is there any part of the movie that you're like, this I have to keep no matter what?
Look, I said before on the podcast, his script is the perfect formula for a zombie film. It's just the execution of it. That's all. Right. So if we take the script we have right now, all we do is just change the dialogue. And maybe reduce the locations.
Right.
That's it.
Right. Anything you'd be sacred about. Like, I will never remove this scene. This banana. I don't know. I'm assuming there was a banana.
Look, I liked it, the fact that... Because you guys obviously chose the shopping mall based on Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
And I love that kind of thing. I love these kind of abandoned hospitals, shopping malls.
Location.
And... It's just so much easier for logistics and everything, But of course.
For your mall, man, I think Yatim Center is all this last,
you know what? We tried Yatim. We asked Yatim if we could film there. They refused. They said our movie would be a health hazard for them.
A health hazard?
A health hazard.
Did they think you're using, real zombies? Are they, living in the 50s where they think there's, zombies exist?
You know what, man? That was the biggest issue, to find a mall that was okay with us filming there.
But did they even read the script or do anything? Or they were just immediately no?
No. We had a couple malls that read it. Can I mention names?
Sure, yeah.
Sure. All right. We had City Center that was interested.
Right.
But at first they said you can't have blood.
Okay.
Then he said you can't have zombies and you can't have guns.
Okay. They wanted a movie where the zombies were being developed emotionally.
So
they wanted warm bodies, basically.
So I was just driving to a meeting, and I was just thinking of alternatives to do. I thought, okay, instead of doing it in a shopping mall, let's just do it at one of the cast members' places.
You know what you should have done? I swear, you should have just embraced it. I'm cutting you off. I'm so sorry. But I'm embracing the idea of if you guys just went with, for some reason unknown to everybody else that's watching the movie, the mall is the safe zone. Zombies don't attack you in the mall, and there's no need for weaponry. And then every time they leave the mall, though, that's where you have to be on survivor mode.
Oh yeah.
And then be part of the trope.
We should have done that, yeah.
But are there abandoned malls or no?
Well, Citra Mall was abandoned back then.
That's completely abandoned.
Wait, there are abandoned malls in Bahrain?
No, but Citra was kind of abandoned.
In what sense?
Back then, rarely any people went there, to the point that when I approached them, we wanted to film it after midnight to avoid any traffic.
Yeah.
Right.
So come and film at any time.
They didn't care either.
They did not care at all.
That's amazing.
Because that's what you need. You actually need like days and days after each other to actually set up the whole place.
Sure. Yeah.
You can't just go on and after hours and just do.
Do you guys find it difficult to find locations for sets and shoots in Bahrain?
Location is so fucking important. It's so important. Like right now for Cult, and we're really thinking about actually building the Cult layer.
Entire set.
No, just the layer.
Okay.
You know, because we're already going to find a fucking cave layer in Bahrain, you know? So
it's just what?
we just cheat the walls.
I know this. Hold on, dude. I know this filmmaking trick. I know this. You get a roll of aluminum foil, you spray it, a little bit of a primer, black and blue, put it up against the wall.
You just get foam, you know, you carve up the foam and then you just paint it or spray it, make it look like actual stone walls.
Yeah.
And that's it. And you don't even have to do the whole like 4 sides of it. You just do like a.
But you couldn't find a place where in Bahrain you could film that had rocky terrain that suited it, or is it just that nobody lets you?
Look, Ministry of Culture are the best people to go to for this.
Yeah.
They give the access to like these
permits and
like let's say if you want to film in the fort, if you want to film in Arad Fort, Rafah Fort, Bahrain Fort, burial mounds. Like I have a scene of Akia running through the burial mounds, sprinting. You know, like we have to go through them to get these approvals.
I can imagine,
and they have to know exactly what you're going to do there too. Like,
do they have anybody on site, or how do they figure it out? Like what you've done?
No, they read the script, and you tell them you tell them exactly. You be 100% transparent and hope for the best.
So this takes me back to Zayani, what you were saying earlier with the mall. Like, do you guys ever have a reaction when somebody reads the script and they're like, nah? And you're like, what do you mean, nah? Like, we're not gonna shoot. Nah, why? It's crap. Honestly, it's a bit contrived. I feel like the script wasn't there. Like, have you ever gotten a reaction where it's not about the violence, it's about just the story itself?
I got that from one of the sponsors. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
They were critical about the story elements or what? The genre? Or?
Yeah. The most criticism I got was, why do a horror movie?
Okay.
Like, can't you do a drama? Something like...
come on.
Oh my god.
So قصة أخوي.
Oh my god.
Do something nice, beautiful. Show something positive.
Have you had that before, Fakhro?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Fuck yeah. I'm not going to... I'm sticking to thriller horror for a while. Or at least if I do switch to something, it'll be a dark-ass comedy.
I can imagine.
Is the repolishing, I guess, or Dead Sands Revisited.
Returning or unturning.
Unturning, whatever you want to call it. Your words, not mine, okay? Are we expecting that soon, or did you guys like open lines of communication amongst each other? Or is it
no? I mean, we just spoke about it. The thing is, I can't be able to dedicate myself to anything until Cult is finished. You know,
right? Fair enough.
Yeah, and if I do that, I'll probably delay Cult for a while.
So now you guys are in the middle of production?
Yeah, now everything is set. I spoke to the entire crew, cast, blah blah blah. We just need the money.
So, but your filming window is now during when the temperature drops, right? Like winter.
I mean, we said it was going to be December, but now I called everyone back and said, "Hey guys, most likely it's not going to be December. We're looking for early Jan, maybe." But to be honest, I don't know if even early Jan is possible.
It's not going to cool down by December. Trust me.
Oh, hopefully. Well, that's the thing. It's just barely cooling down now.
No, it's actually good. When we filmed Cloven, I think December, January, it's pretty cold in the
desert. That's fine then. Yeah. I'm assuming by then you're okay, but
yeah.
It is a small window to try to hit, especially with the funding. You don't know how long they're going to take. Sometimes And
I need to get my funding from a private investor. I can't go through a government entity because
you can't.
I can, but I don't want to because. It's
then
a very violent movie, There's going to be a lot of dark things.
Look at your script and they'll be like, why is this horror?
you know something?
But can I just stick to this point for a second, Matruk? I want to find out what are they looking for when you guys you've just been talking about showing a script to them and then it's a horror movie and they have to accept it's a horror movie. What do they expect a horror movie to be?
I don't know. Ghost stories probably,
Okay.
And
my God. You know what? Basically, like Niran. You remember Niran?
I remember.
Like that haunted house.
What is that?
It's a Bahraini TV show, soap opera, basically.
Okay.
Aired in Ramadan, 30 episodes. The usual.
Yeah.
But is there a role for me in this?
Yes.
Returning of
we'll have to audition
again.
Audition.
He did the exact same thing with Fakhro last time.
I did. I always try to get roles.
Are you that desperate?
You know something, man? If I had invested in Bitcoin in 2010, I'd probably be like, "Hey, man, Fakhro, how much do you need? I'm gonna write you a check right now, bro." Right now.
Well, if anyone's going to put you in the film, it's going to be Zayani because he's going to be the writer. So.
Apparently, from what I heard with the Blue Steel Films, you have to Weinstein your way in. You have to, you go into Fakhro's office, the thing shuts behind you, the door clicks. So, hey, how you doing?
I'm gonna.
The carpet doesn't look really worn in well.
Look, now Zayani, you're a movie critic.
Yes, I am.
With an Instagram channel, the Ahmed Zayani.
The Ahmed Zayani,
But
yes.
we're gonna plug that at the end as well. I started off my sort of venturing into movies was I had a blogspot website and I was critiquing movies, but I was really, really shit at it. All right, like my writing was very basic. And I know at the end of the day, it's just expressing your opinion on a certain movie. But what makes a competent movie critic? What do you look for? If you have any advice for newbies and people like me who have started out, paused, and sort of want to get back to that again.
He wants to know if he's good enough to come back. I think you should never go back to
I'm
movies.
just trying to gauge here.
Zayani, you share with us your experiences then.
All right. To me, first of all, you have to have your own voice. You can't just mimic someone else. Whether people will like what you have to say or not isn't different. As long as you're speaking as you are. You just don't want to be the guy that just follows the herd.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you should make a commitment to improving yourself, be open and susceptible to criticism. Because you're not gonna be everybody's favorite, everybody's cup of tea. And people will criticize you. And unfortunately, there are critics who have very thin skin about this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, even though they're not, some of these critics they can't handle criticism about their work, but they trash other people.
They can
quite
take
easily.
it, like they can give it, but they can't take it.
Yeah.
How many times do you watch a movie before you sort of form an opinion? Is it like first impression, I'm gonna write about it, or do you have to watch a movie a couple of times?
It depends. Something like Joker, I had to watch twice before commenting on it. So other things I do on a whim. Like I watch the movie and will criticize it right away or talk about it. For example, like Mungo, for example.
Okay.
Lake Mungo, God, you've seen Lake Mungo?
I have not seen Lake Mungo.
He got so
I heard about
excited.
it.
Man, that is some scary shit. Yeah.
I saw it last Thursday. Chris Tuckman was talking about it, and I think bought it like 10 years ago and haven't seen it since.
What is like Mungo? It's a horror movie?
It's like a psychological horror, I think. Or not, or
I wouldn't even call it horror, but it's
a very mystery.
It's unnerving. It gets under your skin.
Yeah.
So it's Bahrain friendly for like malls and people that want to...
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
It's a mockumentary, so that by itself, a lot of people will not get.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's Australian, so
That's even
the
worse.
accent
Yeah.
might be a
That's
bit
why I
off-putting.
watched it, because Eleanor's half Australian.
Oh, yeah.
Mango.
So I told her, there's this Australian horror film that we gotta watch. And by the time we finished, we're like, fucking hell, what the hell did we just
sounds
see?
good.
And that
Sounds
ending, man.
The ending is that gives you like goosebumps.
That stuck with me, man.
I've never heard of an Australian.
I don't know. It sounds like an Australian movie. El Mango,
I
mate.
thought
Go get him, Mungos.
I was thinking District 9, but District 9 is South African,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of... What was it called? Mungo?
Lake Mungo.
Lake Mungo.
Like Mungo, mate.
Okay.
You seen the size of that Mungo?
So
You've seen Mad Max, though, right?
Yeah.
That's Australian.
Yeah. But that's good.
Is it?
Like Mungo's good too.
I mean, Mad Max, the Outback, Australia, the location.
Yeah.
Wolf Creek is cool too.
Wolf Creek is really good.
Yeah.
How do we get to this? What do we...
I'm
Sorry,
trying.
he said Lake Mungo, and I was like,
I saw your eyes light up like a kid in a candy
because
shop.
I thought no one saw Lake Mungo.
I'm trying to keep this.
I noticed.
This train
Well,
rolling,
let's get us back on
None of us.
track.
I do encourage segues here and there, but as
Sorry
long as
about
we
that.
sort of
Sorry
get.
about
No,
that.
it's okay. It's okay.
It's
I
only
encourage this.
these movie ones that people don't know what the movie is, and we need to just describe it to them at least. And
The
because
thing is, I don't remember the whole film. All I knew that I felt terrible at the end. You know, where they're on the beach at the end, right? Or like on somewhere
At one
in the
point,
sand
yeah.
and the beach,
The dried up lake,
the dried up.
so is it one of those like hillbilly outback types captures?
Like you said, it's like a mockumentary.
Okay.
It looks like a documentary, but it's a feature.
Fair enough. All right.
So, just before we move away, another really good Australian horror movie is something called Undead.
Okay.
It's basically their version of The Evil Dead.
Okay.
Right.
Give it a chance for you.
Yeah.
Better or
Evil
worse?
Dead is a good movie.
I mean, The Evil Dead is just a
You're a
whole
movie
different-
critic. You gotta break it down to a binary. How many tomatoes? How many? I'm asking.
Oh, I fucking hate Rotten Tomato. I mean, I don't hate it, but like it's
That's exactly where I was going to go next, which is I want to see your impression of it and how you feel about it as well. Because there's, for me, movie critics, there's a lot of them that, as you said before, follow the herd. They follow the industry and where the money's coming from. And obviously certain things have certain campaigns and influence behind them. So how do you guys feel like when you see something like, Dave Chappelle's, special has a crazy popular critic of review from people, but then the actual critics are just trashing it, pretending like everybody hates it. And that they're kind of out of touch. What happens there?
I don't think Dave Chappelle's special is a good example. It's a perfect example. It was very mixed.
Like, for example,
what do you mean it's mixed?
when the audience reviews for Bohemian Rhapsody came out, it was really high. And then I didn't like Bohemian Rhapsody. Okay. I didn't like it.
Did you feel like it focused on the wrong things?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, how the fuck can you do a biopic about Queen and Freddie Mercury and make it PG-13? It's impossible. And first, Sacha Baron Cohen was supposed to be Freddie Mercury.
Yes.
Right.
And I thought he was going to be fantastic, but that piece of shit Brian May said, we can't have him because he did Borat and he's too much of a comedy actor and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no.
Have they not seen The Spy?
I was just about to say The Spy.
But The Spy came out after Bohemian Rhapsody,
fair enough.
And the thing is, Sacha Baron Cohen is such a good actor.
He is a good actor.
And he would have nailed it. Whatever. Anyways, and Bryan Singer had issues during the filming of that when he had his whole
you were making a point, but you're making a point about how the audience review was really high for the movie,
exactly.
and then
but the critics, I really agreed with them, and I think the best to see like the best reviews, just go to Metacritic.
Right.
For me, I always go to Metacritic and I just follow specific people,
or movieboozer.com because I write for them. We're used to, rather.
But do you guys feel like there's integrity left in the critiquing world? As far I know, in gaming, it's nothing. It's an industry. If you look at people that review video games, it's like they need to survive. They're on the tit of these developers and these big distributors, and if they don't kowtow to a specific narrative, then they just lose out on access to everything.
Yeah.
So they don't get to get the games, they don't get the special invites and everything else. So.
Yeah.
Well, do you feel like it's the same in the movie world these days, or is it different because of the internet?
I think it is to an extent. There is a certain snobbery amongst a lot of critics.
Yeah.
Especially ones that are limited to print media. And that's why a lot of people gravitate more towards YouTube reviewers like Stuckman, like John's, for example.
Yeah.
I don't know those.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What?
I'll send you a few links.
Okay.
You use Instagram for your reviews, and you write for a magazine.
For the Daily Tribune,
The Daily Tribune, but mostly like people know you, I think, from your Instagram page as a critic.
Yeah. Now that's solely you, right? There's no other representation going on with that one. Okay.
And he has some funny bits like that review you did of Hobbs and Shaw. That totally like resonated with me.
Did you give it a good review or bad review for Hobbs and Shaw?
Well, it was a good review. It wasn't in character.
What did you give out of 10?
Oh, you gave it a 10.
Oh, you gave
it a 10?
I was
Hold up, let him explain it.
But here's the thing. Let me. All right. So basically, I get a lot of requests or complaints to do reviews in Arabic.
Okay, yeah.
Because all my reviews are English. Like, I even get like some social media folks tell me to do this in Arabic so that my followers will increase and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
So out of spite, just to be an ass, I decided, you know what, I'll do one in Arabic, but I'll do it in such a douchey way that I'll just be mocking those people.
People would never ask you to do it.
You should see that post, honestly.
Oh, yeah, where you really take the piss.
Yeah, the one with the stash.
I've seen that. Yeah, that was good.
And the problem is that a lot of people think I was being genuine with that review.
You weren't. You were just joking around. You were trying to show them, hey, look how bad I am.
Yes, exactly.
Let's never talk about this again.
Exactly.
Leave me alone.
But like, I love the way he's taking it. Right? He's like just taking the piss. Like you said, people would see him as serious, but it was totally like him. Just
people take social media too seriously these days.
Oh yeah,
I loved it, which is actually what I wanted to add. How seriously do you take movie reviews from your typical
your Hobbs and Shaw,
typical GCC, Sayyat or people who just go to whatever movie is on the weekends? How seriously do you take their reviews?
The average douchebag who goes to the cinema, right?
Yeah, the average douchebag.
It's hard, man.
It is.
It's hard, like especially when they ask you for a recommendation, like, Ahmed, what's your favorite top 5 movies of all time?
You see how you switched accents there.
and you list them, and it's like boom, boom, boom. Ahmed, what is this Casablanca?
Oh no! Yeah. See, that's the thing. Everything is amazing for these people. Everything is amazing. Nothing is good. Nothing is what. It's amazing.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like they don't.
Amazing. That's it. That's all.
Like
they
no
fucking
constructive
post.
criticism.
Nothing.
Basically, yeah.
Right.
Muffy.
Here's the one that pisses me off. Ahmed, why do you like this Exorcist? It's funny. It's comedy.
Oh come on!
I fucking hate those people.
I cannot stand that.
When they say that I laughed in The Exorcist, that's because their tiny brains couldn't fathom the horror, so their brains act as defense mechanisms.
You guys listening cannot see the arms involved in Fakhro's rage right now.
Fakhro's like really expressive today. The eyes and the arms.
It's because they're not allowing the horror to come in, and that's why
I
they
agree.
say it's funny when she.
But do you feel like there's a lot of people that miss out on it maybe because it was a different era? Like Alien, I feel that way about Alien. I love the movie. I know what setting the movie was in. And when we go back to what we were discussing before the recording, the movie itself in that specific setting, in that context, yes, you can see how it's a good movie. Outside of the time period when the movie came out, it's a different feeling.
Of course.
And some of that stuff doesn't age too well.
In the case of The Exorcist, older Bahrainis, people in their 40s and 50s, they remember it very well.
But they remember it differently. That's the thing.
Right? So they say, oh, طارت الأرواح الشريرة, it's so scary. It was like the scariest. And
I love that you went with the Arabic.
and they have like stories. And they have like stories about that. Like in Arabic, it just sounds like طارت الأرواح الشريرة. Like, what? What is that? What is that?
No, see, like Fakhro said, their brains cannot fathom the horrors of this movie. It's a movie that demands your attention.
Yeah.
It's not a movie that you can watch while playing with your iPhone.
But let me tell you one thing, Zayani. I was for the longest time scared of The Exorcist because I watched it as a 7-year-old. Okay, and a 7-year-old should never watch The Exorcist.
Okay,
I watched it. I watched it multiple times, and when I was 7, and it. It just clicked, and yo, this is fucking scary, right? But I watched it again recently. I finally mustered up the courage, and I could not for the life of me watch it without thinking, some of the effects didn't age well, or some of the scenes are actually funny, or some of what she's saying is funny. Yeah. After Schoenfeld was just a coping mechanism for me to actually watch it. Is that the case with the people you're talking about, or is it different?
No, it's different because a lot of them don't have something to compare it with. So they wouldn't have this defense mechanism. Yeah. They just see, here's a girl masturbating with a crucifix.
Yeah.
Comedy.
To be fair,
your mother sucks cocks in hell. To
be fair, if you said that sentence in a writer's room, she's gonna be masturbating with a crucifix. Ah!
Context, I think context plays a big role, and The Exorcist is fucking scary. It's creepy.
Yeah, it's the scariest horror film ever made.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah. But it's not like it's that's the thing. The first Alien movie, same thing, scary, horror, tense.
Yeah.
The same kind of tension is still there in the movie.
Yeah.
But the second the jazz hands pops out, and especially if it's Blu-ray and you can see the guy wearing the costume, that's a problem for me.
صراحة Fakhro, I would contest that. With The Exorcist, it is a scary movie. It is considered by many to be the scariest movie of all time.
Yeah.
For me personally, it's the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Right. That movie still
extremely
gets
scary.
to me.
Oh yeah,
it's gritty.
It is very gritty.
That's more disturbing than scary for me.
I can't describe it in any other way. Like when you have like a really dry sore throat, that like really uncomfortable feeling that you get. That's how I describe Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The lack of music. The fucked up characters.
Yeah.
But like there's no age, whether you're a kid or whether you're a 50-year-old, where you see the family, the Sawyer family, and think, oh, there's a little bit of comedy to it. No. When you get into it, really, like, fuck.
I could find it. For sure. I could find that angle.
Leatherface
I'll take this challenge. Yeah, there you go. It's an easy one, man.
Leatherface as a housewife. That was funny, actually. There's a really cool video on YouTube where the final chase scene. They superimposed "Come On Feel the Noise" by Quiet Riot. And it's the most hilarious thing ever. Like, fucking Leatherface chasing, what's her name? Marilyn Burns? Or whatever her name was.
Yeah.
Okay, he was chasing her. And then they just Come On Feel the Noises playing in the background. It is a piss take. Anyways.
Yeah. All right, let me ask you guys this. The original Evil Dead, do you guys think it's effective till this day? And do you guys think it holds up?
I think part 2 does.
All right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the same thing, and I'm. It depends. Are people watching it with context in mind? Like they know what Evil Dead is. They're aware of the IP. They're aware of the story. Maybe they started off with the series, like the remade one.
Their budget for the first one was much less than the second one.
Yeah. But I'm saying if you didn't know the context of that, if the movie itself, you weren't there as a kid watching it as you grew up, then a new person might not. It wouldn't hold up.
You wouldn't appreciate it.
No. Like there's a certain standard I have for visuals that's I call it the Raptor standard, and that's like the Jurassic Park Raptors. If you can with stay vintage for that long, still looking realistic, then yes, you can make it work. For Evil Dead, I feel like because if you know the context of the fact that the movie was meant to be like this low budget movie, that they were just, going at it with whatever they had, then the genius of the movie starts to, you get to absorb it, you really feel it, you're like, yes, I appreciate this movie.
Do you think people still appreciate low budget movies?
No.
It depends how they execute it. That's
I don't know, because I feel like there was a few low budget movies that was done by Sci-Fi that were terrible movies. They were like, yeah, exactly. You know the ones I'm talking about.
It's still, I mean,
oh wait, Sharknado.
But those were done on purpose to be bad.
Me and Wahab were the only guys who would go to the theater for those movies whenever they came out.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic. Are you talking about Sharknado?
Yeah. Okay. It's Sharknado. There's a ton of them. There's
like 5 parts.
There was Ghost Shark. Have you seen Ghost Shark? Was a good one. And then there was like a Mega Shark Head or something. I can't remember what the other one was.
Lavalantula.
Yeah, and there was the squid, the octopus. I forgot his name. The Conan O'Brien was in that one as well. Squid Shark. No. He was half shark, half octopus. I can't remember.
Yeah, Sharktopus?
Sharktopus, thank you. That's really? The one.
I didn't know that existed.
That's how far their writer's room went. It was literally like the first 2 ideas locked in. Jesus. And then these movies were made to be bad, right? So people...
Piranha is like that as well. Piranha 3D is actually very fun to watch.
The sequel is called 3W, right?
I don't think that was made to be bad. I think that was like...
No, that was made to be bad.
It was made to be
Piranha
bad?
3D?
Okay.
Yeah. They got porn stars as actors.
What about the first one?
Sophie D was one of them.
That is the first one.
That is the first one?
So Piranha 3D is...
It's a remake of a movie that was from the 80s.
There was Piranha 1 and 2, like Zayani said. Part 2 was like directed by James Cameron, I think.
Okay.
And,
actually, it was and it wasn't. He directed one day of shooting, but he was still listed as the director.
As a director,
okay. So what I mean is like the Starship Troopers, the first one, people tried to take it seriously and they actually tried to make a movie.
Yeah.
And then the second and third ones were just like, hey, we're just going to factor in the porn aspect here and get people naked. That's about it. Put some aliens in the background.
No, I'm talking about...
Sorry, I want to stay on this point just for 1 second because it was a poor one for me. If you're looking at these movies that were intentionally made to be bad, unlike the ones that were, let's say, call it accidentally bad, or like we were not trying hard enough, or this is supposed to be a B movie for a cable network show. Those made to be bad ones, I feel like desensitized some viewers and audience members from being able to appreciate bad movies. Because now if you go, you expect the movie to be bad because it's already a meta joke. You know what I mean? Like ironic hipsters.
Honestly, I was referring to like sleeper hits, like most sleeper hits. That's the wrong term. Blair Witch Project, for example, low budget, very gritty, very raw, but it just was a huge movie anyway by the time it came out. We don't see any more of those, at least not to my knowledge.
Paranormal Activity was a bigger hit than that.
Way bigger
hit.
Paranormal Activity. Paranormal Activity cost $15,000 to make, and it made $193 million. But even Blair Witch is crazy. Blair Witch is $60,000 budget, and it made $250 million.
God damn that return!
I think in terms of returns, those are the two biggest.
The two biggest, budget, right? For sure.
That's like when you're a movie producer and you walk in, like you can imagine, like as a director or somebody that's made this film, you walk into those offices, you're like, there you go.
But the thing is, the producers are the ones that really made a lot of money. Like, for example, Jason Blum, he opened up Blumhouse Productions after Paranormal Activity because of the success. And Blumhouse went on to produce like a shit ton of good horror films.
Did the actors...
Not even horror films. Whiplash.
Yeah.
Whiplash. They produced Whiplash.
Did the actors renegotiate their contracts after the
first one?
Definitely.
I hope they did.
Definitely.
Because I know in the case of, for example, Napoleon Dynamite, they didn't expect it to be a really good movie. In fact, I think they paid the guy I don't know, like $60,000 or whatever, like something really like ridiculous.
John Hander, right? Yeah, I think they paid 60,000 or something.
They didn't pay him a lot. Probably
That is the
less.
worst feeling in the world, you know. Like
No, but
after
he renegotiated his contract after that.
did he?
For
Okay.
the TV show, right?
Yeah. It's like the dude who created the Nike logo.
Because they made a TV show after that as well. Or
They
an animated show,
did. They did. But I'm not versed with the Shismet.
I think his career died after that. Was he ever in anything else?
He did some movies.
He did a few films.
He did with Blades of Glory with Will Ferrell.
He did
that's
something with
right.
Sandler.
He did some films.
But
He's out there.
you can't recognize him because you know him as Napoleon Dynamite.
No,
Yeah.
I remembered him in Blades of Glory. That's the
Yeah.
last thing I remember him in.
But he did other comedies as well, I think.
I remember Benchwarmers.
Benchwarmers is one of them, yeah.
There you go. Isn't it weird that? Sorry, interrupting you again.
go
but
for
you
it.
did it a while back, so it's fine.
Please go for it.
I was gonna say, like, is it weird that like you have these movie directors that are like they were notorious for making like movies like The Hangover, like these comedies, and then this is Todd Phillips, and he was making these huge blockbuster comedies, and he's decided I'm done with this shit. I don't want to be part of any of this PC crap that's going on.
I don't think he's thinking like that.
He literally said that.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
that, huh?
he quit. He quit making comedy movies, huge comedy movies, because he felt like the culture was too sensitive, and he doesn't want to be wrapped up in that PC like witch hunt that's going on with a bunch of sensitive people. So he decided I'm going to move away from comedies, and he made Joker. Okay. That's his foray into anything.
Before Joker, he did War Dogs.
Yeah,
Also.
I was going to say that. That was like a segue movie for him.
Yeah, was it? Okay, I've never seen that one.
Oh, you should. It's on Netflix. Pretty good.
War Dogs is a fun movie.
Yeah.
Not for me. It wasn't anything special, but it was
you can
fun.
see that transition
after
from.
you saw War Dogs, you were like, okay, this guy can actually do different films the way he did in the past.
Yeah.
You know? And then I think after War Dogs was Joker.
Joker, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But I can't speak for comedy directors. I can speak for comedy actors. Like the biggest example is Bryan Cranston, primarily known as a comedic actor, Malcolm in the Middle, and then he did Breaking Bad. And Bill Burr was in Breaking Bad. In fact, the thing is, comedians are very good at drama for some reason.
Dude, you had the clearest example with Robin Williams.
Yeah, 1 hour photo.
Yeah.
Was the shit.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even
Bro, you posted a
Insomnia.
review of that, didn't you? Yeah.
That was a good movie.
I watched it on NBC2 like a long time ago.
You see, you lose a lot with that movie watching it on NBC2, though.
He was a fucking creep. He was a fucking creep, bro.
You related to him, didn't you?
Yeah.
I don't go around taking pictures of people. And
It's the same thing on Instagram stalking these days. The same thing, motherfucker.
Zayani's account is public and he follows
I never
me,
said anything about Zayani. Why are you talking
Okay.
about? Why are you assuming you're stalking Zayani? I
Why
didn't even mention
are you
that.
bringing my personal life into this?
Because it's personal, bro.
But you know what? Even if he stalks me, what I liked is that I think the first time I saw you was at the Raven's Nest, right?
Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes,
and he came
yes.
up to me and told me, "Oh, Zayani, I'm a fan of yours." And I think I was the most excited guy there because of that. And I was like, "Oh my god, I was recognized." Look, hey, dude, come, let's take a picture
Because
together.
I heard so much about you before that from like the guys Zubari and everyone, and it's like I need to meet this dude. I need to meet this guy because Zubari told me.
Did you know him from Instagram as a movie critic, or did you know him from Dead Sands?
No, just word of mouth basically, and Dead Sands. Dead Sands primarily. But I heard that Zayani did screenings of Casablanca,
Right.
in the desert, I believe, right? And I love Casablanca. It is one of my favorite movies. But that's how I got to Shisma. That's how I got to know Zayani. And when I met him, I was like, it was kind of fangirling. I was like, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say? I'm a big fan of yours. That's the first thing that came up.
But yeah, even me. When you guys are doing Dead Sands, you guys are promoting it. Sorry, did I cut you off? Buddy?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
When you guys were promoting Dead Sands, I remember I went to the Bahrain
Okay.
and I saw Wahab all like bloodied up. And you were with Wahab, but you weren't bloodied up.
No.
You were just promoting Wahab, basically.
I was the guy walking with the chains.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh shit, this is actually pretty cool.
Wait,
you
was
know?
he like the zombie from Game of Thrones? Like when they show it in front of Cersei? Like, here's the
No, he was
undead.
like the one, maybe one of the zombies from Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, like the big ones.
Tied up in chains and just moving around the town.
Yeah. But anyways, I was thinking to myself, like, fuck, there's actually people in Bahrain who are, trying to do horror and so on, like, cool genre films.
No, for me, it was more like, he knows movies that a lot of people don't know. So, like, I have this thing, right? When I meet people who are into film and whatever, it's like a shit test that girls do, where I'm like, I throw like random movie names, and I think Casablanca was one, and more obscure was I was like Metropolis, like Metropolis. I'm like, all right, okay.
No, actually,
That's cool.
no, that's not what I said though. I said which version of Metropolis.
Oh, you did. See, he took it to another level, right?
Sneaky. So that gets me to a point here I want to cover on with you is when you have people that walk up to you like that and they want to discuss movies with you, do you ever get anybody that's confrontational? That like when I'm talking about my geeky shit, I get people that want to test the street cred, like how much is your geek cred worth, and they want to combat you with your knowledge, like, oh no, in episode 55 of Action Comics. Yeah, the Superman didn't do that. He was wearing the pink shirt, not the yellow one. Do you have that kind of confrontational stuff happening with movies with people? Because you're a public figure in a way.
In a way, I get that with some DC fans because I'm not that big of a fan of the DC's expanded universe, and they had some good movies. Overall, the quality wasn't there for me.
Yeah.
Especially like I'm one of the rare guys who did not like Wonder Woman.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
I like Wonder Woman as a character.
No, he's talking about
the movie.
That's interesting. So if you really didn't like Wonder Woman, then you must have hated the other DC movies.
Oh yeah, like what is it? Batman versus Superman and Justice League, Suicide Squad, and especially Justice League. A lot of people will be confrontational about the movie. Now, I didn't like it. No, you're wrong, but it's my opinion. No, your opinions are. You have to watch the Snyder Cut. Fuck the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, that's the problem, right?
I think that was Coppola's words as well. There's a quote from him. Fuck the Snyder Cut.
There's a very awesome scene in This Is the End.
Yeah.
Where they were asking, basically, I think it was, what was his name? Nick something and Emma Watson. They were asking Jay Baruchel about Forrest Gump.
Right.
And Jay Baruchel was like, no, I think it's a piece of shit. And I was like, yeah, not Forrest Gump, but that
right there.
That right
That
there.
attitude.
Yeah, that's I can
the
relate
right
to that.
attitude, yeah.
Definitely, people get so surprised when you're not part of the herd when it comes to movies.
And usually are the most confrontational types, the geek types, the comic book defenders, the passionate fans. Those are the ones.
And people that are already part of a community.
So somebody actually tried to defend Suicide Squad too.
Oh yeah,
Really?
yeah. I mean,
Was it Jared Leto? Was it?
Well, what do you guys think of Suicide Squad?
I honestly thought it was just contrived garbage.
A piece of shit.
I felt like
To me, it's like someone watched Guardians of the Galaxy.
exactly.
And thought, you know what? I want that too.
that's exactly it. It's like we need what rogues and misfits are in.
Right, I'm gonna say something right now. I don't know if you guys will agree with me. The reason it was so fucking popular here was because of Margot Robbie. That's it.
Oh yeah.
No.
I agree.
Here.
Oh, you mean here?
Her and the Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like right after the release of that movie, Twitter, fucking 15, 16-year-olds on Twitter, fucking rated that shit. They're like, oh, I want a relationship. I want a fucked up relationship like Joker and Harley Quinn. And fuck off. Shut up, come and tell.
Your measure for a happy marriage, right?
He was easily the best actor on that film.
What?
Margot Robbie.
Oh yeah. Well, that must be pissing Jared Leto off because first he can't cancel the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix, and now his hubby's gone off to get her own movie that she might be fucking successful with. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, now they have something called Birds of Prey.
Yeah, that's the spin-off.
spin-off.
Yeah, spin-off story with
That
her.
doesn't have the Joker in it, does it?
No, I think he's referenced. I don't know if he's an actual scene in there, but maybe for all we know, he could be there. But it must be hurting for Leto right now.
Zayani, I've been trying to ask you this question for a while.
Oh god.
It's not. You like I said, you do reviews on Instagram. I did my reviews on Blogger. What is the best medium nowadays to get out there? Khastan in Bahrain.
I think for exposure, Instagram still is the best. YouTube gives you more grounds in terms of what you can say, especially in terms of time. But Instagram just has more accessibility.
Do you think like a written review on Instagram? Do you think people have the time to sort of continue reading the caption?
No, because I started off writing reviews on Instagram, and I would go on for quite a bit, and then I would have someone just tell me, "Oh, what do you think of this? What do you think of this part, dude? I just reviewed that in the paragraph on top." Oh no, but summarize it for me. I don't have the time to read it.
Really?
Yeah.
People don't like reading. They don't.
See, so that's why I love writing for the paper, because that does give me more room to talk about a film.
Is that different though when you write for the paper? Are you limited in any way compared to you but just being you?
I'm limited in terms that I can't use profanity.
Yes.
I try to weasel that in every now and then. They catch me every single time.
Like, are you trying to be like old school 1700s profanity? What are you like? Oh, this movie's a ninny, I say.
Like even something like saying hell. That's
a bad one.
What about crap?
Oh no, can't say that.
We can't say crap. We can't say damn on air.
That movie was doo doo. Can you say doo doo?
I actually got censored for poop once.
Poop,
really?
Yeah.
It's a sensual one, that one.
And I'm not allowed to talk excessively about certain theaters.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, yes. So when you trash a movie, you can't bring up the theaters involved or anything else?
Like, if I'm invited to an early screening, I can talk about the fact that they invited me.
But can you trash a movie?
I can, I'm allowed to trash a movie.
You're allowed to trash a movie. Nobody's calling from Vox and saying, hey, that's our movie, buddy.
Without naming names, one theater actually asked me to try to segue to something more positive for a movie. I didn't.
Good.
You did it.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't kowtow, but were they trying to pressure you in any way?
No, the guy was called me and asked me if I can lean in and try to be fair, more fair, but for the movie and nicer and stuff.
Okay.
What they did, actually, after the screening, they asked us to record our reviews.
Okay.
And we did that on spot. And I was honest. I said that the story was abysmal, the acting was subpar, but the movie had good graphics.
Okay. All right.
Guess which part of that review was featured in their promo?
Oh, no. The abysmal part?
They had...
Oh, no, the best part.
Yeah, they had the random people who were just hyping the movie, wanting to get extra tickets for the next premiere and stuff. Talking about how amazing this is. And then you have Ahmed Zayani in the end. Oh, the effects were nice. Okay.
Oh, no.
That's it.
I love that you're remaining impartial. Love that you're remaining impartial because there's a lot of people out there. I'm not going to say any names that run ads for people and do so on da'ayats and advertisements and. Like, you could tell another.
But that's part of the job, though. You have to do that, no? Like, it depends on...
If you're a reviewer and you claim to be a reviewer, not all your reviews can be positive. But no matter what you do, right? When the movie trailer runs and you see the little credits at the end with the movie critics quotes, they're going to go with whatever positive thing you say, just like with him. They're just going to be like, it's a movie. No. I'm not talking about
the New York Times. It's a movie.
And okay, Zayani said that he the theaters, they invite him and whatever, but he still remains impartial about his reviews.
Yeah.
A lot of people in Bahrain don't do that. Food critics.
No, fair enough. But do you feel like that's because they might get snubbed? Have you ever had that kind of experience where you've been snubbed because of?
Like I've seen reviewers do that. Like when they talk to me one-on-one, they would trash a movie.
Yes.
It happened majorly when the Tafash movies came out.
Okay.
Have heard of those?
No.
Okay, so Tafash is a local sitcom that's abysmal, and they somehow they segued that.
Oh yes,
to a trilogy of films.
I know this.
They were abysmal, and they invited.
People loved it, right?
Oh yeah, people loved it.
The promotion was insane.
They had a meet and greet before the movie. The movie was supposed to start at 8. It wound up starting at 9:30 because people were just bombarding those guys with autographs, photos, and whatnot. And a lot of them came up to me after the movie, and we just discussed how crappy it was.
Yeah.
1 day, 2 days later, when the reviews came out, no, it's
amazing.
Completely different.
The
Amazing.
best movie in the world.
You guys did Bahrain proud. Oh, this has to be... Actually, one guy, this has to be Bahrain's shortlist for the Oscars.
Oh, wow.
Everything's fucking amazing with these people. It annoys the shit out of me. I'm sorry. I'm getting pissy. Everything's fucking amazing.
You know what? If we're going to get pissy, I'll get pissy with you. Here's what fucking pisses me off.
This is happening exclusive on Bedouin Banter right now. Drop the mic.
When I check reviews for people on Instagram, on social media, And it's not shit written by them, yet they try to promote it as such.
No.
There are certain reviewers.
You're joking.
No,
Are we talking about copy-pasting other people's reviews?
Literally, there are certain specific reviewers, a few of them out there, who will literally copy and paste other people's work and try to pass it as their own.
Bahrainis.
Yes.
Shit.
As like an article, you mean? Like they're literally writing a...
Yeah, they would start with their own intro, copy and paste part of the body, and have their own conclusion.
Regardless, you're doing an article, you're getting paid, you're not getting paid for it. It's plagiarism.
It's fucking plagiarism.
It's fucking plagiarism.
That's right.
Hyenas.
Can't do anything about it here, though. That's the saddest part. And,
Yeah.
But it's honestly, like, I wish we could find out more about the. We're like at 23 minutes in. We got about 2 more minutes. I'll give it. But so I want to close it out with one last thing from both of you guys, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to critiquing movies or getting feedback from movies or anything like you just said, like people are not even being honest about it. You see people going out with rave reviews. You guys, have you felt the pressure to say something nice about certain movies or certain events when it comes to filmmaking that, you know, you're like, I don't want to miss out on collaborations. I don't want to be snubbed for something. So have you felt that pressure in your own experience? You said yes earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. Here's what I felt the vindication for some people. I did a review for Ma. If you guys seen that movie.
Ma?
It's an Octavia Spencer movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been meaning to see that one.
Yeah. It's an okay movie. It's not the worst movie in the world, but it's not the best either.
Yeah.
And I said that in my review. Somehow Octavia Spencer liked that and commented on the review.
Okay.
And I posted that. And the amount of venom I got from other reviewers was fucking unreal.
They went after you like for the sake of...
There are reviewers that literally stopped talking to me because of that.
What? Just because she commented on your thing?
Yes.
So haters, basically. Pure haters.
It's weird. I mean, it's just a comment.
Yeah.
They hate us because they
it's
hate
not-
us.
That's the pressure. That's the reality. Yeah, colleagues that are vindictive.
Mm-hmm.
And Fakhro, anything like that in your world?
I mean, I don't review things publicly.
I know,
so-
but you must feel like some pressure at an event where there's other people screening their movies.
Oh, hell no. I don't
No,
give
you
a
don't go to...
shit.
You don't,
No.
Do you criticize them to their face? Do you say...
I wouldn't criticize them to their face. I just wouldn't be a dick about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. The thing is, I never spoke to... I haven't spoken to so many Bahraini filmmakers after seeing their films. So
Right, okay. So you didn't get that chance. You didn't feel like you were pressured in any way to just be like, hey, say something nice.
I mean, yeah, when me and
This is
Phil-
good for everybody.
I did kind of do that actually, you know, because after we had the Made with Passion thing, I didn't want to diss the other films that I was with, you know, in the festival. But and there were some films that were just really, really bad, you know, and but I wanted to be positive, so I just wanted to say like it's actually a good step forward in the right direction, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So if they're open to the feedback, you give it the feedback honestly. If it's
I would not do it publicly, you know.
Okay.
I would go to the guy and be like, "Hey, dude, what the fuck was up with the sound? You know, like, come on, get that lighting right."
that's what I was gonna say for both of you because this was part of. I'm sorry, this again. I'm bringing it back to the end right here. Dead Sands.
Yeah.
Part of the scenes where I was like with the audio, I was like, "This is a lot more difficult. You made your life a lot more difficult with that audio." So one of the things,
Literally, the whole movie was ADR.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, man!
But did you guys have an on-set sound recorder?
We did. We actually had the Rode mics there.
no way. Okay.
But the sound was off, so we just made a decision. Okay, let's just re-record the whole thing.
Right. Okay. So that explains a lot to me. So do you guys have stuff if you've seen like that? As a final question, what's the most thing that bugs you when you see like indie films, people producing maybe the first timers? Like the one thing you're like sound. No.
Oh yeah. Sound
Framing.
for me is a lot more important than. Okay, you know. Okay. Actually, repeat the question again.
What is the most important element in a movie? Like if you saw it being done wrong, that is your pet peeve. You're like, ah.
For me, when I see something terrible on screen, I say to myself, like, how could they let that like air or like be on screen? Why didn't they cut it out? Why didn't they do something about it? You had time, you know. That's why you have post-production, you know.
Okay, so
that's what I get pissed off about.
Zayani?
To me, it's more of the story. Like, I can forgive shoddy camera work. I can forgive bad audio. But if the story is crap, especially if the it had promise, that just bugs me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the worst one, I think.
Yeah,
if something falls
if
flat.
they play it safe, for example, if it has potential. I mean, that just annoys. Like you see a movie and you think, okay, this is gonna be awesome,
Yeah.
and then they just shit on the
It's
whole
like the
story.
Game of Thrones ending,
Yeah.
just for that last season.
I agree with Zayani.
I've never seen an episode of Game of Thrones, so
Story is the most important thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask a question.
Right.
Since it is October, it is horror movie month.
Yes, it is.
Quick fire. Top 5.
Oh, okay,
horror.
all right, okay.
Okay.
This is interesting. This is going to be the last segment for us right now.
Is it a
I
segment?
know. It sounds like a segment. It sounds like you want to introduce something.
Go for it. Let's go. Yalla.
Yes,
Yalla.
go ahead.
Quick fire. Come on.
Quick fire.
okay, you know what? I talked about Exorcist. I talked about the Evil Dead. Those are my 2 favorite horror movies of all time.
Exorcist, Evil
Let's just
Dead.
put those on the side.
Okay.
I'm gonna mention The Wolfman.
The Wolfman.
The original
Yeah.
Wolfman, 1941.
The Universal Horror.
Yeah, Universal Horror.
Okay.
And they had some good movies in the Universal Horror catalog, but you just can't beat Lon Chaney Jr. as the Wolfman. The guy is, to me, one of the best castings of all time in a role.
Okay.
And then you have the whole gothic setup and everything. It's just a beautiful movie to watch.
Is it black and white?
It's
It
black
is,
and white.
it
Yeah.
is.
I'll throw out Hammer's Dracula or House of Dracula.
With Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee,
Yeah.
yes. And shit, wow, how am I forgetting his name? The guy that played Count Dooku.
Oh, that's
Yeah, Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee, sorry.
it's the same guy.
It's really Peter Cushing. He played Van Helsing. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll throw out Fright Night from the 1980s.
Okay.
If I'm going to talk about something more modern, I'll talk about Hatchet.
Hatchet. Yeah. Hatchet's
Is basically what the T-shirt I'm wearing is from.
Yeah. I know.
Friday the 13th. I love all those movies. Even the bad ones.
Every single one.
Every single one.
Even the bad ones, like part 5 or part 8. There's something to enjoy in all of them.
Fair enough.
Zayani. Halloween 3, quickly.
Season of the Witch?
Season of the Witch.
Happy Halloween.
I liked it.
I enjoyed it. I actually mentioned it in my 13 for a Halloween review for the paper the other day. It's a
Season of the Witch. Right?
Season of the
Yeah.
Witch.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I liked it.
All right. So
And
that-
Tom Atkins was awesome.
If you have
in that.
anything with Tom Atkins, it's gonna be fun.
So Wolfman, Hammer, Dracula, Hatchet, Friday the 13th. All of them. We're just gonna count it as one.
Yeah.
And
Let's say.
number 5.
Struggling.
I forgot. I'll say Psycho.
Psycho.
Okay,
Okay,
there you
1960. Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh,
Fakhro.
faster, Fakhro.
Okay.
Come on, let's go. This is marathon.
Alien.
Yeah.
The Thing.
Yeah.
The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Shining.
Okay.
The Omen.
All right.
All right.
That's very close to my list, and then he diverged. So, you want to go first?
Are we doing? Am
You
I
don't have
doing
your
this?
own? You've asked the question, you have to answer it too.
Fine. Texas
Jesus.
Chainsaw Massacre,
Right.
1974. Halloween, the original one. 1408. Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
1408. What's it called? I forgot the name. The Invisible Man. The Invisible Man. The original one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the Invisible
Universal
Man.
one.
Huh?
The Universal one.
Yeah, the Universal one. And last, Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Oh, dude!
I love it. Cabinet of Dr.
Yeah.
Caligari. German expressionist. Fucking amazing.
All right. Obscure reference for myself.
Yalla Khalid.
Going into the same as yours, Alien, and then The Thing. Then I'm going to go with Evil Dead. And then my like funsies, no matter what, like kind of like yours, your Friday, would be my Hellraiser.
Okay.
Fuck,
man.
Clive Barker.
Hate
But
it.
the
shit.
first, only the first 2, right?
But these are just
Yes,
5
for the good
movies.
ones, but
Yeah.
for something that I can just watch
just
for the
count it
sake
as a
of it being
series.
bad, like
Yeah.
the whole series, I watch it, enjoying it,
Sure.
just laughing at how terrible it was. So those are the other ones, and then I think my last one would be Gremlins.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. It's apparently a Christmas movie. Did you realize that?
It is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so it's not Halloween themed.
That's why you have the picture of the gremlin with the Santa Claus hat.
Yeah,
on the
that's
posters.
right.
I mean, that's the thing. You kind of put me on the spot because I didn't think of an answer
For what?
for this question. I
Oh,
wanted
okay.
to ask it to Fakhro and Zayani, but you know,
What were you gonna ask?
the top 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Then that's everybody's top 5.
Yeah.
Awesome Halloween, guys. Thank you for being on the show with us.
Thank you for
Thank
hosting.
you,
And,
sir.
honestly, I want more of this. We'll get into some. Now that we have everybody's backstory, you've been on the show before, and Zayani, hopefully you're back with us again.
Hopefully.
We're gonna get some more topics about movies, and hopefully do a watch along, maybe. Try that.
Indeed.
Right? Screen some shitty movies.
Why
We
not?
want to screen Metropolis. Zayani.
No,
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
it's
We'll
too
get to
slow
that.
for me.
You have The Room and Birdemic to sing right there.
And you have Samurai Cop. If you guys haven't seen Samurai Cop,
You know what? The sequel has Tommy Wiseau in it.
This is gonna keep going, guys. You guys keep having this conversation.
sequel
This
to
has
Samurai
been
Cop.
oh really? Tommy Wiseau.
this has been Bedouin Banter with Khad Dosari.
Ahmed Matrouk.
And our guest joining us today, Mohammed Fakhro and Ahmed Zayani.
Thank you,
Hi,
sir.
guys. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Tune into the next one, Bedouin Banter. See you guys.
Peace.
Bye.